This podcast is sponsored by Eric's Concrete Pavers, Rockhouse Masonry, and Tahoe Pervious Pavements. When it rains, it drains.
This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So how does it feel, honey?
How does it feel? You've asked me this before, and that's what I said. How does what feel?
How does it feel to not have this podcast planned out and just wing it right now?
Oh, it feels really weird. Like, I looked over my notes, is completely blank except for episode 72.
I love it.
Yeah, folks out there, we have episode 72 already in the can because it's behind the scenes from episode 71.
Or
yesterday's
episode 71's podcast.
It's not so much behind the scenes as it is. We started talking, and I'm going to go,
After we finished the podcast, we were just sitting there talking still.
Yeah, and everything came up, so we said,
let's just turn on let's just record this and see what happens.
Yes, we didn't have the video cameras going, so we shut them off, but we had the podcast going still, so it's weird. We have a little behind the scenes action.
But it's good.
Yeah, we haven't really listened to it, but
I think it's good. It felt good when we were talking about it.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, so when you're listening to this, Kylie and I will just be getting back from Portland, Maine.
Hopefully.
And hopefully we'll make it back.
I'm like, hopefully we'll be back by then.
Yeah, because it's not going to be going up for a little
plane
while.
will be delayed.
Yeah, and we will have fun and hilarious stories from Portland.
We will.
And
I'm excited.
We're going to be updating our lives.
We'll be updating on social media, so hopefully you did follow us on or are following on social media and saw some of our main gang action.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that means that would require us to take pictures.
Oh, shit, I know.
You need to take pictures, dear.
You need to take a picture.
I'm not good at pictures.
We're the worst picture takers.
I know, and we look the worst at pictures too.
It depends how much we've been drinking.
Yeah, we're not like ugly people, but I always look like shit in pictures.
Give us like 5 cocktails and
all of a sudden pictures start looking good.
No, they don't look good.
Oh, they don't.
We think they look good. We look at them the next day and we're like, oh my God, what face are we making?
I know. Crazy.
I know.
Anyway.
What?
Let's hear from...
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. You want a custom home from a Southern California premier home builder? Call me, Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders, 310-465-3347.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
G&E Painting and Drywall, servicing Reno, Tahoe, and Truckee areas for over 25 years.
Call G&E today for all of your painting and drywall needs at 775-833-0551.
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and doTERRA Essential Oils. You can get those from Aislinn Mueller. At This Essential Life is her handle.
Did you say boner?
Little boner.
That's my favorite
little
thing
boner.
about it.
Little. Why isn't that?
Who's
smell
got a
loud? Oh, there we
boner?
go. Little boner footage. Okay, ask those questions, Atna.
Yeah, my question was, what is your favorite thing about each other?
I mean, I like the way he takes care of me, I feel like financially, I do feel very taken care of. And
Safe.
I exactly. Yeah. I
If
like
you
that.
lost your job, you know he'd be there to take care of you.
Yeah, he'd be like, get a fucking job, but yeah, he wouldn't let me starve.
Right. I mean, what if you zapped yourself in the leg and you couldn't walk anymore or something?
But I also feel like that's your nature to not want to not work. Like, you want to work and you want to be busy.
Oh,
too,
I want to
so
be very busy.
That's probably something he appreciates.
Kylie doesn't want to work.
No, I don't.
She doesn't even want to work. Like, Kylie would be fine if she had no job. She doesn't give a shit. Like,
Tauruses
she'd rather
are known
not work.
for being
Right.
lazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Nope, that's
Tauruses
fine.
have so many good qualities, but one thing
totally,
they are
yes.
is homebodies.
I
and
could sit
very
and
comfortable.
watch TV all day.
Yeah.
And be happy.
Yeah. That's why I tell her, I said, no, I think
Yeah.
you should have a job.
I need a
because
purpose, he tells
I don't-
me.
Yeah, you need a purpose. You can't just watch Housewives all day or whatever.
Why?
She's like, why? I go,
That
I
is
don't-
a purpose.
I don't know, but you just can't do that. Like, I never heard of someone ever doing that. Like, but
Gladly
you know,
do
At
that.
least she's self-aware.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
the kind of nice thing with her too is like on the weekend, like if I don't want to do much, she's fine. She doesn't
Like, we don't have to do anything today.
Nothing.
I'm fine with it.
like nothing.
Yeah.
Don't do anything.
Watch football all day. Deal.
Yeah, so that part's
Yeah.
good.
It's her dream.
What's your
my
next
dream.
question for these guys?
Well, I was going to ask
I really-
Brandon,
Brandon.
I want to
about
hear
her.
about these guys.
So I guess initially it was Janine's aggressiveness
Oh.
and her optimism.
Oh.
And my butt?
which is
In my
so which is so funny
Not
because
my
we were
butt.
Her
Your butt was
aggressiveness
third?
and optimism.
which is funny because we were just talking about her being a Sagittarius rising and seeing the world through a very optimistic lens and wanting to grow and expand, and that's kind of a Sagittarius thing. And that's true with you in your career. Like, you're not going to let age define it or your current
Yes.
circumstances. Like, you're going to continue to expand and want to grow.
Hmm.
Not that you're not saying you're old, but I'm saying like when people get to like 30, they're like, well,
Well, she did just turn.
yeah, and she doesn't look it.
Nope.
Dan,
I thought we
edit
weren't
that
talking
out.
about that.
Dan, edit that out.
But no, when people get to like 30, they're like, well, I'm here and this is it and this is what I'm going to pursue. But you're not going to be comfortable or confined to that, which is admirable. Very admirable.
It's feeling a little closer now since we
Feel like
since we
couples
started this
therapy over here?
podcast. Like little couples therapy. Like very confident.
Oh, I thought you meant, are we comfortable more closer with you?
No.
With
I'm
each
talking about you
other.
and Brandon. I'm talking about you and Brandon. I think
I
Brandon.
feel about the same.
I'm not buying it, Brandon. I think you're a little more in love than when you got here.
Are we gonna hug afterwards?
In love with who?
No,
yeah.
in love with Janine, not me.
Oh, let me. Okay.
Okay.
Kylie always loves me more after the podcast, right?
I do, because usually I'm like laughing at you
No,
for like 40 minutes. So
no,
I'm
after
happier.
we shut off the podcast, we like really like each other a lot better
That's true.
because I think this is our way of
Quality time.
our quality time of
guess,
therapy,
yeah.
and
Connection.
it's non-interrupted. Not very often do you get a non-interrupted talking for this whole thing's
Yeah.
like an hour, so we talk to each other just for an hour.
Well,
it's
I
only her
think
and I,
you're-
besides Joe LaMonica.
Yeah, and it's not serious. It's not anything that's
No.
like,
No,
When
no.
you kind of have to listen to me.
yeah.
What?
I have the
That
same
never gets old.
question for you too. And then I also want to know your guys' love language.
Oh, I know.
I'm so bad that what was the question again?
What you?
What's your favorite thing about Kylie?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite thing about Kylie. I'm trying to be. I'm trying not to answer it on a whim here.
Oh.
Do you know yours about
I
me?
think so. I think mine is like similar to Janine's, where it's the stability. I really like that with you. Like I know I have that. Like you, I like that you. I know you will take care of me.
Yeah.
When in whatever
You like me to take control.
I do like that.
Yeah.
In whatever it could be, like financially, emotional. Well, you actually do pretty good emotionally.
Mhm.
That you.
Navigate.
Yeah. You navigate it.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yeah, and I guess the best thing I like about Kylie is I like how she takes care of me.
Oh.
Because she'll go out of her way to make dinner and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and she'll go out of her way to do things for me, like buy me a sweatshirt or something. I barely mention it. She buys me a
Thank
sweatshirt.
you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and then when I get the sweatshirt, here's what I do. Why the fuck did you get that? And
Yeah.
she goes, well, you said you wanted it. I said, barely said you wanted it, but she
Yeah.
got it for me. And so
Because
she always-
I know you
she
would
always
buy it for
thinks-
yourself.
Yeah, she always thinks about little things like
Right.
that. So that's kind of what
you
I
know,
like.
that's
yeah.
funny with the Capricorn Virgo / Taurus dynamic is Capricorns have the big picture and the image, and then Virgos and Tauruses can kind of nitpick and do the details, and that's kind of why that's so successful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely think Capricorns are big picture
Yeah.
people.
You're like,
Like you're
this
always
is
thinking of the future.
I'm not.
What's
yeah, I'm
happening.
Yeah.
Very.
You're never
in
in
the
the like.
moment.
I'm
Yeah.
never in the moment. Like I'm always thinking of 10 steps ahead.
right.
Even
But
years
how are you
ahead,
going to get there? That's
And-
why
and-
you
and-
need a Virgo.
and
or
working out
Taurus.
how I'm going to get there? Yeah,
Yeah.
like systematically, step by step.
Yeah.
You know?
Very ambitious, but practically there needs to be some
Yeah.
structure, and I think that's where Virgos and Tauruses
Yeah.
come in
Well,
nicely.
Because when I get up in
Give you
the
the
when I get up in the
structure.
morning, I don't know if Brandon's like this at all, but or I'm going to like swim practice or the gym.
Mhm.
When I get out of my car, I'm like, I mean, Kylie thinks I'm crazy. I'm always like, okay, what are we gonna do? Okay, Monday I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna work this, and then it starts getting into weeks ahead.
Mhm.
And then this is all within a 5-minute span. And then I go,
Mhm.
okay, and then next year I'll be here and I'll do that. And then it's a 10-minute span, and
Yeah.
then I start my day.
That's
So I planned my whole thing out for years.
That's the thing with
Crazy.
Capricorns I've noticed is sometimes it's hard for them to commit to one thing because they have so much ambition and there's so many things they want to do.
Yeah.
And then whereas me as a Virgo, I'm very good at about being like, this is what I need to do now to get to the next step. It's very linear.
What
And-
sign lives in the present mostly? If you
Oh,
could do that, or is it a thing?
no, that's a good question. The first sign that comes to mind is Sagittarius. They're very much in the moment, life of the party. They don't. My sister is like so much of what I'm not. Like she really is in the present. What's now? What's gonna make her feel good now? And she does well. she succeeds because of that.
As
Yeah.
they're killing you.
Yeah. She doesn't she doesn't let burnout get to her. She's not gonna work her ass off. She will, but she's not gonna make it
For
her
nothing,
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Gemini, I feel my mom kind of lives in the now a little bit.
Well, Gemini and Sagittarius are on the
Mm.
axis, so they're the same. They
Yeah.
have they're opposite signs, but they share a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
So
'cause it seems like my
Gemini's
mom
like that too.
always in the present
Yes.
of what's happening now, and she's
Yeah.
taking care of it. That she doesn't worry about what she did or
No.
what she's going to do. She
Nope.
does
You're
everything
right.
Yeah.
now. That's one of the qualities of my mom. That's a really good quality of my mom.
Yeah. Libras are
yeah.
like that too. Libras are very free spirited too.
River's Libra. Yeah. October 18th.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something interesting? When I can't go to bed at night, I try to start thinking. This past week, if I'm like, oh, I'm having a hard time fall asleep, I try to start thinking about what I'm going to pack for Maine, and I fall asleep.
So if you plan ahead, you bores the shit out of you. That's my whole life.
I'm not joking.
That's funny.
It's like for anything.
But it stresses me out, but it'll stress a Virgo out. It bores a Taurus and it motivates a Capricorn.
Motivates, yeah. That's actually really good. It definitely motivates a Capricorn.
Yeah. But it
It's literally
stresses me out as
How
a
I've
Virgo.
fallen asleep every night this
Yeah.
week. Like, I can't sleep. Well, what am I going to pack? And
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, planning is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you plan a lot, Brandon?
Yeah, I would say I have like, and I'd probably talk this to Janine and Stephanie, that I do like a 3, 5-year, 10-year plan.
Oh.
I'm like thinking in the future, like
Mhm.
I'm
I do
never
that
in
too.
the present.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
rarely ever in the present.
Never in
I'm
the
always
present
the
over
future.
here.
Yeah. No, I'm never in the present. We actually talk, and sometimes I ask Kylie, like, how do I get into the present? Like, what's the trick?
Not
She's
a
the
trick.
she's the counselor.
It's not a
It
trick.
kind of is a trick.
Well,
It's
you
like
have to
how do you
change your thought
possibly
processes.
live in the present?
Mindfulness, I think.
Yeah.
Do you ever like meditate or do mindfulness
I
exercises?
can't get
He'd
through it
fall
because I'm
asleep.
planning the future.
Yeah.
I'm seriously, or I'll fall asleep. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get through it at all. Like meditation and yoga is like my worst enemy.
Wow.
Like
Yeah,
I
I
fucking
can't
hate.
focus to do meditation.
Oh, I'm like, just like I'll start thinking,
Yeah.
like he says, 3-year, 5-year, 10-year out in a
Yeah.
plan, and then yoga is the same type of thing. And then finally, if it gets to a certain spot, I just fall asleep.
I think it's funny because Kobe's like one of my like biggest inspirations. He's a Virgo and he has a Capricorn rising, and he has this quote where he said that he would always meditate in the morning because he felt like he was constantly chasing the day if he didn't.
Right.
And he has a bunch of Capricorn in him too, so I'm sure he probably suffered or experienced a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
you do.
So that's what
But-
I would have to do. If you ask my brother Matt, he'd probably say that same exact answer. Meditate.
He's
or
a Taurus, though.
What?
He's a Taurus, though.
What does that mean?
Matt?
Yeah, I know, but what?
We have very different personalities.
Yeah. Approaches.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you
it
could
might be
meditate.
beneficial.
I fall asleep when I meditate. I fall asleep at everything. Like, I try to focus on
Except
anything
for
and I'm done.
reading.
Yeah. Because I'm living in, like, a different world. If I try to actually, like, do something, I'm done.
Do you have a fear of missing out, Keeks?
Sometimes.
Does that
Not
a
always,
Taurus
though.
thing, like a fear
Not
of
always, though. But,
Is that FOMO? She has a little FOMO.
I could see that.
yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm like, no, we don't need to go. We don't need to do that. Like, you have to do it. If you think you're gonna do it,
Uh-huh.
you have to do
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah, or
Capricorns
she'll
are
never
so
leave the
okay.
party. She'll never leave. She's last.
You don't either.
I know, but I just because I'm with you.
Oh.
No, Capricorns are okay with being missing out. I
Oh,
think
that's me.
Capricorns just ignore things that aren't like on their path. They're so good at putting on the blinders and just looking forward and having tunnel vision, which is I admire that and I wish I had that. But yeah, you guys can ignore things very well and choose.
You put on
to,
the blinders and just go down the path.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, I would agree
very
with that.
focused.
Yeah. What were the other questions you have for these guys?
I was asking your love language.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is good.
How
'cause
do
I
you-
like this
But how do you show love and then how do you want to receive it? Because that's just two different
one.
things.
Ooh,
I think I know mine.
I gotta hear this. Go ahead, Janine.
Oh, we did. We did the test, and now I'm trying to.
The
Remember.
5 love languages are quality time, acts of service, gifts, physical touch, and words of affirmation.
I think mine was words of affirmation.
Yeah.
That's where I probably fail.
Right. Because Capricorns are not expressive at all. I think Capricorns show love by acts of service. Like, what can I do for you?
Absolutely.
Let me change your tire.
Or
Let me change
gifts.
your oil.
Like he's really good at gifts.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
Christmas time, it's
They're good with money.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God, I said that.
Hint, hint.
It's recorded.
Hint.
Shoot.
We'll
But-
play this back in December.
Yeah.
But Brandon,
Delete that.
How do
She
you
just committed you, Brandon, for
how
really
do you
good gifts.
how do you want to receive love though?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even know.
which is that
gotta
why
get
I'm
into this.
asking.
With
'cause
his
that's
eyes closed.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot, like with Capricorns in the past, I've noticed physical
Or
touch
open, I guess.
actually opens them up a lot, because there'll be times where I just like tap a Capricorn on the shoulder and they like, I can see in their body language, they like relax and they open up, and
I would
It's
agree
interesting.
with the physical touch, but
Yeah.
also just doing something,
Acts of service.
acts of service, I guess.
yeah, very practical.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Janine, how do you show your love?
Yeah. She's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
She's
think
very vocal.
really though, because I feel like with Janine, I don't
touch.
I
was
don't
gonna
think
say.
words
No?
of affirmation is
Affirmation, yeah.
like, you won't sit there and be like, oh my God, you look so good, I love your outfit, but you're gonna be like, this is what I can do for
Oh,
you, like let me
Brandon, you
try to
look
help
so
you.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like you're
Love
more of an
your
acts of
outfit.
service kind of person. And quality time.
Yeah.
Like you'll sit
Yeah,
there
yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, tell me what you did. Like, how was
okay,
your day?
I take
yeah.
that back. Quality time.
Yeah.
That's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Didn't know
Mm.
that was one of them.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I know mine.
We do know yours because we
mine-
looked. We
I
thought yours.
changed mine.
No, we
thought
thought
it was
going to
touch,
be touch,
but mine's words of affirmation.
and
100%.
touch was the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm the
that
same.
my love. Like I need words
Words
from
of affirmation,
from
yep.
her. Yeah.
What about you, Kylie?
Mine are gifts.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Is that even one?
I know.
I'm shocked.
That's like the worst one you could ever pick, right?
Right.
Gifts.
Well,
It
Is
is.
that
you're
real?
if you're married to a
Yes.
Capricorn, that's kind of perfect.
No, trust me, it's perfect.
Yeah.
but
I love it.
I'm just like,
I'm excited.
do you want me to touch you? Why
No,
gifts?
I want gifts.
Who wants gifts?
Yeah.
I want
Like
gifts.
I don't want gifts. I don't even want a gift.
He does, and my actually,
I could care less about
I like
a gift.
giving gifts.
Yeah.
I like love giving people gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kylie likes
and
going
like
over the top and doing
and
nice
making
things
food.
for
I like
people.
making food for people.
She likes doing things for
Aw.
people. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
You do that at Christmas.
Yeah,
But-
I do
but
food and yeah.
Why you're doing that is because you want words of affirmation. You want,
No.
oh my God, Kylie, you're the best cook I've ever.
No, I
oh,
don't
you-
want that.
Every time I get a present from you, oh my God, Kylie.
Really? I feel like whenever someone, at least for my work experience, whenever someone would like
Kylie.
give Kylie her kudos, she kind of like shies away.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
take it. She's
I always
very
think,
humble.
but I always think she's humble, but she wants it.
No.
I always say you just want everybody to say how great you
No,
are.
that's not it.
But she doesn't take it
I
as
think
that way.
Kylie wants to feel like purposeful and useful.
Yeah.
And she wants to feel like, oh, this person cares, or they want me, or they like me, or they want, like, there's a purpose for me to be here. I think that's what Kylie
Yeah.
likes. And
'Cause
she
I-
likes to feel like needed, not even needed, but
Yeah.
wanted. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I won't get just anybody a gift.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you
Is
gotta-
that why you've stayed at work for so long? Is because you're
Probably.
so needed?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh my.
Every 2
Coming
seconds,
out.
it's
It's
Kylie.
coming out,
Kylie.
Janine. It's coming out.
That's
And then-
it.
Yeah.
That makes
There-
sense.
And they also say it has to do with your childhood too. So like what
Oh.
you crave is what you didn't get, or what you did get. So like for me, for example, my biggest love languages are quality time, physical touch, and then words of affirmation is up there. But I don't like gifts. Like I actually get uncomfortable receiving gifts. And I think that has to do a lot with my childhood, because like we didn't really have money for that. So a lot of like
a little guilty or something.
yeah, I felt guilty, and I've even today, like if a guy tries to pay for me on a date, I will not accept it. Like I hate that. It makes me very uncomfortable. I feel indebted to the person. It's
Oh.
terrible. But
You should let him pay though.
I know I should.
Yeah, just let him pay.
I know,
'Cause the
because
guy,
it's an ego
that-
thing
it's
too
kind
for
of a
the
man
guy.
card thing.
Yeah,
The guy who wants to pay, that's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
Just take it.
I know it's
Yeah.
it's definitely like a
Right, Brandon?
ego thing.
If you didn't have to pay on a date, it'd be really weird.
It'd be a little awkward.
Yeah, I'd be like,
But I
no.
hate
yeah.
that.
She's not into me.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah, I've heard guys say that too.
Yeah.
But going back to childhood thing, like that's how me and my dad we would always spend quality time together, like watching football or basketball, and like physical touch was a big thing for us. So I think that's why now, like in relationships or even friendships, that's what I crave. So I don't know, just something to assess. Childhood,
I know. I'm
Go-
trying to think
go
of
s- go
childhood.
back.
What do I crave? I probably crave words of affirmation.
yeah,
But
and maybe
that's
you
why
got
you
it or you
always-
didn't get it.
You were always wanted. I think you were always wanted to make
I
sure
think I
you
got it from my
because
mom
you
and
were-
not from my
yeah,
dad.
because you were always trying to be like, don't forget about me. It's the
Yeah.
Eric show. It's Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
uh-huh.
say like your relationship with your mom, like if you're a man and you're heterosexual and you're attracted to women, like that's gonna be a representation of your relationship with your mom, or what you had or what you didn't have. So you're gonna try to model that in your relationship now. So like me
Mm.
with my dad, is what I crave in like relationship with a guy, which is weird and it's kind of weird to think about, but
Yeah, but that's what you
that's
know.
your first example.
Yeah.
You know? It's your first model of a relationship with
What was the other question?
sex.
What's your love language and what do you
What do
need?
you,
How do
what
you-
do you how do you
receive it and how do you give it?
how do you give it?
How do I receive it?
Yeah,
Well, you
because-
want words of affirmation. So that's
Yeah.
So how do you give love?
Oh, how do I give it? Oh, it's
Mhm.
definitely acts of service or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say
Yeah.
that with you.
I would think so. Same as Brandon's.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's why it's important to know your partners, because you could be loving them in the way you want to be loved, but not in the way they want to be loved.
Don't forget those
Right.
gifts.
So
Actually, you're
That
pretty good
shouldn't
now.
be one.
Now that
That
you
should
know
not
that
be one.
now that you know it is, you are pretty
No,
good.
actually, now that I kind of know it is, I go, she really likes gifts that much. Even if
Yeah.
it's a small
Yeah.
gift, she likes it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I
So
get her a
just
little
do it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he'll just surprise
Just
me
do
and be
it.
like,
yeah.
"Do you want to order that? Here's my card." And I'm like, "Yes."
But you know what doesn't count as a gift?
Yeah.
You know what doesn't count as a gift? Where
What?
if I said, hey, I booked a trip for us two
Nope,
to go
it
do
doesn't
something,
count
that
as a
doesn't
gift.
count as a gift.
Mm-mm.
Like you think it would, right? Like
That to me,
I think so.
to me
no,
it doesn't.
to her it's like, no, it has to be like
That's an
a little
experience
gift
of
in a
us
box.
together. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like
I
that's
need
that's like an
something-
experience. That
yeah.
doesn't.
It's
I
quality
go,
time.
like
and I don't want quality
no,
time.
she's like, hey, what about
makes
you know
sense.
anniversary? And I go,
we're going to
we're going
away.
to, we're
I'm
going
like,
to Key
no.
West.
What
And
are you
she's
gonna
like,
get me?
What are you gonna get me? I said, we're going to Key West.
No.
And so
Yeah,
it's just so,
interesting.
I'm like, I go, why would you care? What do you get?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
know.
you didn't, I d-
I mean, she
don't
doesn't
get
care. I
mad,
can get her a little
but-
trinket in a box or whatever,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
you know, or whatever. But it's like now I got pressure on me.
I think it depends
Like,
on
that's pressure, right?
it depends on the person though, because I know a couple that every birthday or holiday they switch off and they just
Oh.
book a trip and it's a surprise trip and they don't know until they get
Oh,
there, and
maybe you
that's
should
like their
surprise
present
me.
to each
Maybe
other.
that's the
that.
thing.
Yeah, I love it. I think it, and
What
they
What would you like? Would you like a gift, a very sentimental, good gift,
Mm.
or would you say, or they, hey, I booked a trip. We're gonna go 3 days
love
and go
that.
to a music festival
I would love
or
that.
whatever. You know?
Yeah, quality time is like a big thing for me. And then also because I'm a Libra Venus, I love words of affirmation. And like, write me a poem. That is like the most romantic, or like a love letter. Like that is so romantic to me. So stuff
We
like
talked about
yeah.
that. Like a handwritten letter
Yeah.
is really like you would
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
crazy because like
Didn't we talk about
the
that on
last
the podcast?
people I dated, I
Yeah.
don't even know what their handwriting looks like.
Oh,
Most kids
you
don't
know?
know how to write these days. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, because everything's digital.
Would
Like-
you take a typed letter? Because some kids really
Well, yeah,
don't
if
know
you're
how to
gonna
write.
text me like I love that too.
Yeah, like a poem.
But, yeah.
I kept my card that I got for my birthday from the office.
Oh, you did?
It was so nice.
Yeah, I keep
all
Everything
cards.
that
Yeah.
set, it was so nice.
What do you do with cards? The same thing I do. Just toss them.
I'm not big into cards, and when I get
Right.
cards, I toss them.
I hate cards.
Hates cards.
I
Hates
freaking
cards.
hate. Like, please don't. You want to
Yeah.
give me a gift? Don't give me a card.
I don't
says
give
that to
people
me
a
all
card.
the
I
either.
said, just don't give me a card. And then it's
I always get him a card.
Yeah, I don't give people
One time
cards,
I
but I
didn't.
like receiving them.
Right. What?
One this year, I think I did not get you a card. I said
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
like,
give you a card.
Where's my card?
So you're not a words of affirmation guy then?
He is. He wants me to tell him though, and like
How
Oh.
great I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want her to tell me.
like you look good
He
in a
wants it
shirt
to be
you-
efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if I make her dinner, I'm like,
He
oh
wants
my
me
God.
to compliment, thank him
Yeah.
for making it, tell him how good the food is.
Right.
Yes.
Well, at least you know
Thank him
Brandon's
for
that.
kinda
doing
like
the
that too.
dishes.
At least you know that though.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of couples don't.
Which I
And
thought it
think-
was going to be touch, but it wasn't.
Right. And yeah, because the big thing is like if someone says something to me like, "Oh my God, you look so young! I can't believe you're 52."
Oh my gosh, he loves it.
That like makes my world. That's my best
I
thing
know.
ever. When people say that.
And I thought it'd be touch because literally, like sleeping, he'll make sure he's like touching me.
It could be a little both.
Or like if I move over,
Yeah.
he'll like reach for me, like, "Are you there?"
They definitely overlap. Because like I
well, that's because
love.
I think you left me.
It's funny because I love physical touch in relationships, but with my friends, I'm like, don't
Oh.
hug me.
Fuck, she's not there.
If
Where's
I-
she at?
If I'm crying, don't hug me. Like I don't want it from friends.
Don't.
Yeah,
Do you are you a snuggler or do you go to the opposite sides of the bed?
that's fun. Yeah,
when
I
you
was
get
just
a
saying.
significant other. or
No,
whatever.
I like to snuggle, but then it gets hot, and then I'm like, okay, give me my
You're like,
space.
give me my space.
But with my friends, like I won't give them too many hugs, or if they're crying or whatever, it's like, okay, I'll hug you, but then like back away.
Stop crying.
No, not necessarily, but
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
I like physical touch only really in relationships, not my friendships. Like I won't sit there and
Right.
hug my friend all day. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
I hug Brandon.
Eric likes when I cry.
I do.
Loves it. And I
I
don't
do.
cry
Really?
often.
She doesn't cry ever. I'm sitting there bawling my ass off in the shower because I can't do it in front of her.
You can.
It's
That's
her.
right.
It's
If
her
I c-
Capricorn
I
moon.
cry her in the shower. If I gotta cry, it's in the shower.
People start crying, I get a little weird. I just
Don't know
I
what to
try to
do.
go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kylie, yeah, she's a mess when she cries.
It's because I only cry like once every other year or something.
She only
I'm
cry if it's
saying.
yeah.
It builds up with Tauruses. It
Yeah.
builds, it builds, it builds, it builds, and then they
Yeah.
unleash.
Yeah.
My dad was the same way.
Ugh.
Like my daughter.
Oh.
She cries on a whim.
Yeah.
I could just say one little thing like, "Oh, Skylar,"
Yeah.
like right away. I'm like, "Oh my god, how can you cry that fast?"
Aries are very expressive.
Steph too. She's a Pisces.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she-
God, yeah. God, yeah.
I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah.
I've heard
Stop.
that
No.
So many
Sky called me
times.
crying last night.
Yeah.
I was crying. I'm like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole tone like that. I haven't talked to her today. Oh,
Oh.
my phone's on. Just
Oh,
she'll probably
she
call
probably
me. Yeah,
called.
she probably did
That's
call.
sweet that she can call you and cry and stuff, though. She feels
Yeah.
comfortable.
She calls me like a couple times a day.
She just calls.
It's very
2-3 times a
sweet.
day, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, crying.
Just crying.
And you're like,
But I like
together.
it. I like when people cry.
because you feel needed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I enjoy when people cry. Not enjoy it, but I mean I like
I
it,
need
yeah.
you to buy me things.
Yeah, why don't when I buy you something you cry?
Oh, I should like.
You've never cried.
Okay, if I did
Yeah.
that, would I like get more gifts?
Probably.
Oh, whew.
I would say yeah. It's got to be a legit cry though. It's got to be like this tears me up.
Oh.
I got a watch one time for Christmas and I started crying.
Really?
Uh-huh. I couldn't control it. I just started crying.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All the kids
You
come and
know,
grab my
I-
hands and stuff. Why are you crying, Dad? I'm like, I don't know. I was crying.
Emotional.
And I hate gifts, Brandon. I
Yeah.
was crying.
I hate gifts
I'll
too.
remember that.
But I wanted that gift.
For my birthday this
But
year,
for some reason, I
Yeah.
really wanted that gift. Like as like I was unexpected or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So that's the only time
I never cry at gifts because I don't like them. But
I don't
this
think I
year,
have
my
either.
friend made me like this art piece, and she did it in like the style that I make art, and she was like very conceptual and very meaningful, and I cried at dinner.
Oh.
I was
Oh, wow.
like, this is the best thing ever.
because it was so thoughtful.
Yeah, but if it was like a $300 purse or something, I'd be like, thanks.
See, I'd rather have
Yeah.
the purse.
$300. Kylie would be like, "What's this piece of shit?"
Yeah, $1,000. If it was a Birkin,
This is a piece of
100K bag,
crap.
I would be like, why did you spend
I think
that?
I would cry for
Yeah.
that.
What is that? Pleather?
You're
You
like,
got a
I didn't know
Birkin,
we
you
were that
cry.
close.
No, I'm like, you're dumb. Like, why did you spend the money? Yeah.
That's
See,
a
I like gifts.
That's worthless. Buying a purse is the most worthless
It's
thing
not
of my
worthless.
life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it on.
Oh, yeah. Pass on a purse.
You
A
can.
Birkin. Is
Yeah.
that your dream?
Kylie's like,
Yes.
well, I'll just sell it. Are you gonna sell
I'm
it?
not
Who's
gonna
buy
sell
a
it.
purse?
I just say that. Many people.
Yeah, many people.
Oh God.
I just would never actually
She's
sell
just
it.
saying that to make you feel better.
I am just saying that to make.
I'll tell you what. If I got a purse and let's just say it was $2,000, I literally would have no problem just throwing it in the trash can.
Oh my god.
Because you're not gonna
Wow.
sell it. If I had to throw it in the trash can, I'd throw it in the trash can. Big
No.
deal. It's just a
I'd
purse.
sell it. I'm getting the money back.
Could you sell that thing for that much?
Yes.
I was like, this is garbage now.
No, it's not.
It devalued.
No, actually they don't.
We've never sold one to know.
I know because I'm.
I mean, she never sold one, so how do you really know? People
know.
say this, but do people really
you
buy
know.
them
yes.
that much money?
Yes, they do. Yeah,
I
they
don't
do. Yes, they do. Promise you.
All right,
There's
we'll sell-
websites for
sell a
them.
couple.
I don't want to.
Oh wait, actually put on.
Why are they
Put it
so
on-
expensive?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Make
There's
sure you
no
put it on
real
eBay
reason.
with that Yeti out there you're gonna sell.
Right.
She's been
No.
selling for. I have a bet with her. She goes, "I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell this." She's been
Yeah.
selling it for months. I said,
No, I didn't actually.
I told her I will double the money and give it to you, whatever you sell it for, and she still hasn't sold
I
it.
still haven't sold it.
Brandon, buy it.
Yeah, Brandon,
You
buy it.
want
The bet's off now.
Buy it for
Why?
me,
You didn't
Brandon.
say the bet was off.
Any other questions you have for us? Well, we're still
think
mic'd
so.
up. As soon as I turn off the mic, you're gonna
Finish
ask
the
a question.
I'm gonna have questions later, but we'll go
Yeah.
over it at dinner.
That's pretty good. Where are we
Yeah,
going?
where
to
are we
dinner?
going?
I don't know. Did you pick a place?
No, I was
told
gonna
Janine
let.
you probably had a place in your mind.
I mean, in my mind
you
was
were
like
gonna shoot her
Twisted
down.
Fork. It was my mind, but I can go anywhere. We'll go anywhere.
Can you? You're gonna be
BJ's.
flexible. Oh God.
God, I hates BJ's.
Why?
Because it
It's like a
makes you go
chain.
there all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like BJ's.
I'm indifferent. I find something on the menu I like everywhere.
I mean,
Yeah.
they can. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to Twisted Fork, or we can go to Mexican food, or we can go. Brandon, where do you want to go?
I have no preference.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Lies.
He told you in the car, didn't he?
Well, okay.
He's like, we better not go to Twisted Fork.
Right.
Or
Fuck
Mc-
Twisted
well,
Fork.
they got $20 chicken wings.
They do.
A Twisted Fork?
Yeah.
I've never had chicken wings.
I
there.
never even knew they had chicken
I
wings
didn't
there.
either.
They're good. I had them last night.
You went there last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're not going to Twisted Fork then.
You paid $22 for chicken wings?
No, Jessica.
Two
did.
orders. 2 orders, Brandon. Double order. $44.
We could try South 40 if you guys.
You said it was
I was
great,
not
though.
impressed.
What is South
but
40?
It's like the same owners
The
as Napa Sonoma.
Yeah, it's
but
the old
it's-
Zeppelin.
Yeah, it's like 40 acres.
Oh,
There's
it's
like
way
an
out there?
arcade. No, it's
remember
in
where that
Steamboat.
Zeppelin was that we went with Allie?
Yeah, that's fine. Anywhere's
They
fine
did,
with
they
me.
redid it.
I always go to the same places, so anywhere's
He
fine with me.
does.
Yeah.
Why don't you like South 40?
I just thought it was very like cafeteria-y.
Oh.
And they took out that beautiful bar,
I know that was a pretty bar.
which was
Interesting.
what?
Is it
Why?
busy and open? Like busy? Because
don't like
It
busy?
wasn't. It wasn't. It was.
if it's not that
wasn't
busy, then it's not that good. That's what
Oh.
It's how I always.
Yeah, it
Two
wasn't
of
busy.
my friends work there.
Oh.
Mm.
but I
Maybe,
haven't-
are they
What,
waitresses?
what do they think?
Oh, maybe
One's
we'll
a
sit at the table.
bartender, one's a waitress.
Oh, okay.
I
That's a
don't
good
think they
place to go.
care. I think they care more about how much money they're making.
What kind of food do they
Smart.
have?
It's like American. It's like the same stuff as Napa Sonoma
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Twisted Fork.
or
Okay.
BJ's.
BJ's, yeah. Or we can go to South Creek or Los Compadres. Those are close by.
That's
We'll
what,
decide.
that's what Kylie said you'd say.
See?
I always say the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the same.
Los Compadres.
How come no one says Miguel's?
Oh,
I like
that's true.
Miguel's.
Miguel's is
I like
good.
Miguel's, yeah.
Just
That's
curious.
Okay,
That's
then
a
we're
valid
going there.
point.
Brandon made a call. There we go.
I am finding this episode, as I said, so out of your box. Actually, even episode 71 out of your box because you are so. I love you, honey. Don't give me that look. So, what's the word I want?
Gay?
You're so prepared and you're so like you kind of have everything.
I'm not that
in
prepared, but I have
control.
stuff written down
No,
just in case.
Normally, like
Yeah.
throughout each episode. And so actually it was a little bit of a struggle, if you will, to accept Janine as our guest initially.
Why?
Like I had to push it for a couple weeks, like a couple months.
Oh, because I
actually.
didn't know where. Yeah. where
Yeah,
it was
I had to
going.
push for Janine.
She was quiet enough for me. It's perfect.
And so
I don't
I
want someone-
finally got Janine and Brandon on, and then it has become now like a 2-episode
Oh.
stint, if you will, of them.
We'll see how people like this. If people like the behind the scenes stuff more so, maybe we're just totally freeballing it. But
I
it
like
felt like we were just
freeballing
going.
it.
Yeah, I mean the whole episode.
I know you don't like it. It's making you anxious.
No,
Yes, it is.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I mean, I like to have some like good topics to talk about, but this is your life with Eric. You just talk to me like this.
I know. This is what life with Eric is
Whatever
like.
you do. Is that all you want to say on this whole thing?
No, I'm just saying I feel like this is a good and out of the box for you, but I like it.
Well, then why'd you take so long to get home today? That's what I want to know.
Because I had to just gossip and catch up with Curly.
I know. You're lucky you don't get in trouble because every
know.
time you go out, I say, hey, be back by this time, and if it's with your friend Carly, it's always super late. So you said,
I know.
I promise, no later than 4:30,
And I
and
did-
she gets home at 5:15,
It's true.
and then we start this. But we're doing
I
okay.
know. I'm just really pushing it today.
Right
But I love you.
now we can go to dinner.
I am kind of hungry.
I think we're good. I think Dan, I think you got enough here. If you don't, I think you definitely have enough because by the time you do all that, the whole episode will probably be 35 minutes,
We need to do a cheers, I guess.
something like that. Yep. Now we're gonna put our cheers in, Dan, and let's cheer. Where are we gonna cheers this now? On this episode, what are we gonna cheers?
Yes, to our guests.
Yep, to our behind the scenes footage guest.
Oh, you're not going to do the bell?
I'm
or
gonna do it.
anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Here we go. Well, dear, who are we gonna cheers now
Well,
or today?
now, continuing from episode 71 or last week, I think we should cheers Janine and Brandon and Atna. And I'm going to also give a shout out and a cheers to you.
To me,
Yes,
Wow.
for being flexible and let this happen.
I think you're getting all hot and heavy because I'm behind the mic and I have no notes in front of me.
I know this is like a whole new Eric,
I'm
and
sitting
I
here with
love
my
it.
arms folded, all
I know.
like
I
weird.
can tell
all
you're
weird.
so this is so weird, and I don't know if I like it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's great.
I like it more when I take my shirt off.
Oh, honey.
Maybe
Cheers
not.
to that.
Maybe not. Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast, or just go to our website at www.lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric, especially if you want to see some main gang pics. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
I love you.
We're back from Maine.